Bluey's future daughter, Roxy, might not actually be her biological child. And that hidden clues throughout Season 3 suggest the Healer family has been keeping a devastating secret about Bluey's real destiny. But here's the twist that changes everything. Creator Joe Brumm deliberately mixed traits from both Mackenzie and Jean-Luc in Roxy's design. Not to keep the mystery alive, but to hide the darkest truth in children's television. The real secret isn't who Bluey marries, it's why she might never get the chance to have her own family at all. The future that never was. Everyone assumes that in the surprise episode, we see Bluey's future daughter playing with Bandit. But careful analysis reveals something far more disturbing. The timeline doesn't add up. If this were truly the future, why does Chili look exactly the same age? Why is Bandit still living in the family home instead of having moved to make room for Bluey's own family? The shocking truth is that Roxy isn't Bluey's daughter at all. She's the child Bluey always dreamed of having but never could. The surprise episode is actually showing us Bluey's imagination. Her way of coping with the devastating news that she can't have children, just like her Aunt Brandy struggled for years. Creator Joe Brumm's decision to blend Mackenzie and Jean-Luc's traits in Roxy wasn't about keeping fans guessing about Bluey's future husband. It was about showing that this child represents all the possibilities that will never be. Every potential father, every dream of motherhood, every hope for continuing the Healer legacy, all contained in one imaginary pup that exists only in Bluey's mind. The Brandy connection. The most heartbreaking clue comes from Aunt Brandy's storyline. Her years of infertility struggles weren't just included to add depth to the family dynamics. They were foreshadowing Bluey's own tragic future. The series has been subtly preparing us for the revelation that fertility issues run in the Healer women's genetics. Notice how Brandy's pregnancy at the end of Season 3 coincides with Bluey's vision of Roxy. This isn't a coincidence, it's Bluey projecting her maternal instincts onto her aunt's success while hiding her own devastating diagnosis. The joy she shows for Brandy masks the profound grief she's experiencing about her own situation. The way the series handles Brandy's journey provides critical insight into how families cope with fertility challenges. When Chili explains Brandy's absence from family gatherings, the careful language used suggests a pattern the family knows well. The emotional distance Brandy maintained wasn't just about her own pain, it was about protecting herself from constantly being reminded of what she couldn't have. This pattern becomes even more significant when you consider how Bluey might react to her own diagnosis. Her natural inclination to turn painful situations into games and adventures could be her way of processing medical reality that's too overwhelming to face directly. The surprise episode represents her attempt to play through her grief, creating an imaginary scenario where everything works out perfectly. The upcoming Season 4 episodes featuring Brandy's baby aren't just about celebrating new life, they're about Bluey learning to find meaning in being the best aunt possible when she can't be a mother herself. Every interaction between Bluey and her new cousin will carry the weight of dreams that can never be fulfilled. The series will show how Bluey channels her maternal instincts into being an incredible aunt, godmother, and family support system. The introduction of Brandy's husband, Louis, adds another layer to this story. As a firefighter, he represents someone who saves lives and protects families. Exactly the kind of partner who would support Brandy through years of fertility treatments and emotional challenges. His profession also provides a powerful metaphor for how the Healer family handles crisis. They show up, they support each other, and they find ways to rescue hope from impossible situations. Mackenzie's real secret. Mackenzie isn't just Bluey's childhood friend and potential future husband. He's been carrying a secret that explains why their relationship might be doomed from the start. The trauma revealed in the space episode wasn't just about being temporarily separated from his mother, it was about discovering that his father isn't who he thought he was. Hidden throughout Mackenzie's appearances are clues suggesting he's struggling with identity issues stemming from family secrets. His quiet, thoughtful nature isn't just personality, it's the behavior of a child processing complex family dynamics that mirror real adoption situations. The way he interacts with authority figures and his tendency to withdraw during emotional moments suggest deeper psychological processing that goes beyond typical childhood experiences. The border collie traits that Mackenzie possesses don't match his supposed family background, suggesting he may be adopted or the result of a relationship his mother had before meeting the man he calls father. This identity crisis will become crucial in Season 4 as Mackenzie struggles with whether he wants to risk passing on genetic uncertainties to future children. When Mackenzie and Bluey become teenage babysitters for Captain and Mia's children, as hinted in upcoming storylines, their relationship will face its first real test. Caring for other people's children while processing their own complex family backgrounds and uncertain genetic futures creates a perfect storm of emotional challenges that will determine whether their childhood friendship can survive adult realities. If Bluey can't have biological children and Mackenzie discovers his own complex genetic history, their relationship faces a heartbreaking choice. Pursue expensive, emotionally draining fertility treatments with uncertain outcomes, or accept that their love story might not include the family they both dreamed of. The planned wedding storyline takes on darker meaning when viewed through this lens. The conflict over wedding location, Mackenzie's New Zealand homeland versus Australia, where Bluey's family lives, represents more than geographical preference. It symbolizes the fundamental question of where they build a life together when traditional expectations about marriage and family can't be fulfilled. The eventual beach wedding represents compromise, but also acceptance that their future together will require constant negotiation and reimagined dreams. John Luke's hidden pain. John Luke's return to Australia isn't the romantic reunion fans expect. The real reason he learned English wasn't love. It was necessity after a family tragedy that left him needing support from the only friend who showed him pure kindness during his brief visit. The camping episode where Bluey and Jean-Luc plant a tree together takes on a darker meaning when you realize it wasn't about growing their friendship, it was Jean-Luc's way of creating a memorial for someone he lost back home. His inability to communicate this pain to Bluey in Season 1 explains why he needed to master English, to finally share his grief with the one person who made him feel understood. Jean-Luc's potential return in Season 4 won't be about romance. It will be about two young people who both experience profound loss, finding comfort in shared understanding. If Bluey can't have children and Jean-Luc is processing family tragedy, their connection becomes about healing rather than building a traditional family. The Healer family genetics. The most devastating secret hiding in the Healer family tree involves a pattern of genetic issues that explains many character mysteries. Uncle Radley's unusual coloring isn't just rare genetics, it's a visible sign of genetic variations that run through the family line. Bingo's quiet, introspective nature compared to Bluey's energetic personality suggests different genetic expressions of traits that could impact their future health and fertility. The series has been subtly showing us that the Healer sisters, despite their close bond, may face very different adult challenges. Grandpa Bob's mysterious absence from family events isn't just about divorce. It's about his struggle to watch his genetic legacy continue when he knows the challenges his children and grandchildren might face. His archaeological career represents his attempt to understand the past when the future feels uncertain. The pattern becomes clear when you realize that Chili's miscarriage before Bluey, hinted at throughout the series, wasn't random tragedy. It was the first sign of genetic challenges that will affect the next generation differently. Season 4's heartbreaking truth. Season 4 will force the Healer family to confront realities that children's television rarely addresses. Bluey's journey from carefree childhood to complex adolescence will include facing medical realities that crush childhood dreams while teaching resilience and the redefinition of family. The new characters introduced, Toffee the surfer, the return of Dougie, and Brandy's baby, aren't just expanding the cast, they represent different paths forward when traditional expectations can't be met. Toffee shows how passion can fill life with meaning beyond family obligations. Dougie demonstrates that communication and connection transcend conventional boundaries. Brandy's baby proves that family love doesn't require a biological connection. Frisky's pregnancy announcement will create a bittersweet contrast to Bluey's situation. Watching her godmother achieve motherhood while processing her own limitations will test Bluey's emotional maturity in ways that the series has never explored. The wedding episodes that fans expect won't be celebrations of traditional romance. They'll be explorations of what commitment means when the future you plan together becomes impossible, and whether love can survive when dreams must be completely reimagined. The darkest secret in Bluey isn't hidden in background details or Easter eggs. It's woven into the very heart of what makes this series so emotionally powerful. Season 4 will challenge everything we thought we knew about the Healer family's future, while teaching us that love, legacy, and meaning can be found in ways we never expected. What other signs of Bluey's real future do you think the creators have hidden throughout the series? Share your theories about which character revelations surprised you most, and subscribe for more deep analysis of the hidden depths in animated series that prove childhood shows can handle life's most complex truths with grace and wisdom.